Hey everyone, it's Chronology Power here, and I'm here back again with a borderline new video. I haven't posted in a while because I was kind of dealing and doing stuff. Because, as I said, I wasn't gonna post, especially on my dang birthday, because I didn't feel like it. Um, so basically, this is part four of What If Pain. Basically, what if Deku's basically pain? Oh my god, what if Deku was reincarnation of pain? Yeah, I'll probably post a little bit more today because I'm kind of doing things. But nonetheless, let's get back into where we left off. Basically, we pretty much got done with the fact that Deku's basically living with Konan now, and I kind of built on their relationship a bit more, and I'll basically borderline. We're basically at the point where chicken. All right, so we're basically partial UA. So we're basically did I do hero versus villains? That's like the biggest point that needs to be said because like I'm pretty sure I didn't do it. I might have because it's like I might have done hero versus villains, but for plot's sake, I'll say I did do it, and I'll say Deku and Conan basically like, they borderline basically dated with each other, not in that way, but in like general like they were basically like a team with each other. Um, so basically I'll say that pretty much how that went, and we're basically at the USJ. So Deku and Conan basically wake up in the morning, and Deku basically walks out his room, and he basically goes downstairs, and gets basically his stuff situated, and gets his clothes on, gets in the shower, and stuff like that. And Conan basically does her thing, and she basically knocks on the door and basically tell him like, "Are you done?" Like, cause basically he's taking like a decent amount of time while he's in the shower, and he says, "Yeah, just give me a minute." And basically like, and then she basically, fuck. Anyway, so basically, Deku is Deku is basically okay. So basically, he says, "Yeah, just give me a minute," and she didn't really like think that he was like straight up like in the bathroom. Like it was more or less of believing that he was in the bathroom, more or less like, how do I say it? Like that he was like brushing his teeth or some shit because he heard water. So and he basically is like getting out of the shower and fuck. Alright, so basically he's basically getting out of the shower currently doing his thing or whatever. And basically and then when she comes in and then she basically sees and like he doesn't have like my dude don't got a towel on, so when she sees him and like and she basically like she immediately just like blushes. He's like he basically looks at her, he said, and he's just they're kind of like it's like a bit of like borderline awkward silence of them just like not talking to each other at all. And she basically just steps back and walks out of the door and basically just steps out the bathroom and closes the door. And I'll say a couple 5 minutes pass, give or take, and Deku walks downstairs and he sees Konan and he's like he looks at her and she looks at him and they're basically just like and like Konan's what was their last name again? Yakamichi? Yakamichi. Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Yakamichi like know that something happened but they don't want to like push or anything like that. So basically like what they're saying at the table, like Deku is just sitting there like basically just blushing. He's like, damn bro, that shit happened. Like so basically they're just eating like I don't know, fuck we'll say pancakes. Fuck basically just like some pancakes and like sausages, eggs, and whatever and like anyway, so borderline when Conan basically sees like well I didn't unlock zombies. Well that makes sense. Alright, so basically Conan basically sees that like Deku is kinda just like when then like she basically like borderline they get done eating and they basically walk out of the house and Mr. and Mrs. Yakamichi basically tell them like, have a good day at school and like when they like walk into like UA because they don't have dorms yet. I'll wait for that after like the USJ. So yeah. So basically, Deku is like borderline. Deku is like doing his thing. They basically just walk into the thing. Like they're basically just walking UA currently, and as they're basically walking down the road, she says, "We're not gonna talk about anything that happened today, right?" He says, "Yeah, but you gotta admit it was kind of big though, right?" And she basically like looks at him and like with a little pouty face, and it's like, "Ah, shut the fuck up!" Like, and he's like, oh, "Come on, come on. Well, you shouldn't just walked in there." He's like, "Dude, you could at least said, well, hey, I'm in the shower." He was like, "Shut up." He's like, "Excuse me." It's like, whatever. All right, so what now? What do you mean? Well, take it like this. So, what do we do? What do you like? Give or take. Well, what do you think? Well, fuck. Let me take the words back. So, what do you think we're gonna do basically for in class today? He says, "I don't know. I'm not a damn teacher." He says, "True, but still though, yeah." But think about it though. Like when we were kind of just going through like our whole entire thing, yeah. But like yesterday though, what about it? End of the day, me moving to your house, me getting my own room, and even this morning, you walking in on me while I'm fucking booty ass naked. He says, shut the fuck up. He says, yeah, but seriously though, we should probably hurry up and actually get to school. He says, it's just out the room. Let's just fucking go. Just and basically time basically I'll say they're like basically 2 minutes basically pass give or take, and they basically walk into UA, and when they like walk into UA, like god, my fucking shit died. Basically when they walk into UA, like Deku basically like I'm so mad I don't have any long zombies yet. I just play multiplayer. So basically that the fact that like how they shit like currently is like it's kind of just that. So mm, basically Deku and Konan basically walk up to the UA, like they're basically going through the school, whatever, and like yeah, and they go through like a couple classes like math, English, and general like studies and shit like that, and eventually it's basically time for lunch before they end up going into the USJ, because I'll say Aizawa said something about it, but like say it was more of an after lunch thing rather than like an actual like yeah, it's basically an after lunch thing. So basic. So basically, they said it was basically a borderline after lunch thing, and that it really won't get like done like that until like yeah, like after lunch they have the situation stuff. So basically, everyone's pretty much at lunch. Conan and Deck are basically sitting by each other. Nothing special with that. They're basically just fuck. I want to eat tater tots. So yeah, the fact that yeah, that's basically happening, and they basically hear like this alarm bell basically go off, and it's basically like a big ring, and well, they look at like some third to second years, and they basically say like, "What does the bill mean?" They say says like, "Oh, villains are like in the school, like not villains like the school gates have been like intruders, some shit like that." So everybody in the media thought it like, "Oh shit, villains." So honestly, like people are like kind of like tripping, but then like Deku basically Conan basically looks outside. She taps on Deku. She says, "Yo, what's up?" And she basically says, "No, you're certain calm for a villain to be attacking." He says, "Oh, there was villains. There's all my in here, so yeah." He's like, "Yeah, but look." And he basically looks outside like the fucking window, and he basically sees that the fact that they're just reporters trying to like come to like the gate and shit. So he basically says, you don't have to say it, right?" She says, "What do you mean I have to say it?" He's like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure none of them are gonna listen to a guy, right?" And like, and it's bad enough basically no one here fucking respects me as it is, besides the heroes, but like that's like a necessity of fucking heroes. And true, but like yeah. So basically Deku kind of just he basically like puts Coraline on his shoulders, and she's like shorter than him. Like he's like at least like 6 foot, and she's like on the edge, so she's like 5'6". Yeah. So I'll say Izumi and Inari are basically like doing their own damn thing. Like they're like freaking out like a bit, but like not like as much as like other people are like going around like going crazy and shit. So basically, they see that like Deck is holding Conan on each other, and they're like, what the fuck they're doing or whatever. So they're like figure out that like why Deck is holding Conan on each other, and basically, damn it. So if, they're like kind of like confused on why like Deku is like holding Conan on his shoulders, and like they see that like Konamichi says like, "Hey everyone," and then she basically says, "No one is here." She says, "Ah, fuck's sake!" And she basically like basically throws some like a basically paper like dove in the air, and it basically like blows up and makes like a loud noise. Just everyone, and everybody basically looks at her and says, and they're like, "Wait, what?" And like, and she basically says like, "Come on, it's just fucking reporters. Like, God, we have All Might in them here. Like, come the fuck on. Do you really think villains will literally just attack here while we have All Might, the number one hero here?" And basically they're like, well, now I kind of feel stupid. So basically, as like that's borderline happening, and yeah, and everybody kind of feels stupid. They look out the window and like, oh, they're reporters. Like, damn, I feel stupid now. So basically, Deku basically says like, thank you. He says, I mean, it was my idea in the first place. He says, shut up before I drop you. She said you wouldn't dare. He says, test me. He's like, what the fuck ever. Anyway, so put me down already. He says, yeah. So he basically puts Conan down, and borderline at that point, lunch is pretty much over, and the hero was basically dealt with like the whole entire mob of a fucking basically the mob of just people doing their own damn thing. So we're basically they end up basically walking back to class. They had the little conversation, ever. So when they walk into class per se, they basically and Aizawa and they basically says like, "Oh, we're gonna go to," because everybody already situated and sit down, and basically like a couple minutes later, Aizawa basically comes in and says like, "Oh, you're the USJ, and yeah, like shit like that's gonna happen." So everyone is immediately like, "Oh, okay, so we're on going on a field trip." Basically, it's like we're in the fucking hero school. Uh, so kind of just doing the on them thing and like bro, why are you focused on me? Like, fuck. All right, so basically, when that happens, Deku and Conan basically is like, hey, look at each other. It's like, oh, okay. So they basically get outside and get on the bus or whatever, and they basically are like driving to like the USJ, which is, and Deku and Conan basically knows that it's like the USJ is like located in like a pretty fucking secluded area. Like, say like they got attacked, like nothing would like very long time for like I don't know even All Might to get here with his like incredible speed. So like, damn, kind of wish they had this like close on like on campus and shit. But anyway, so they're just thinking about that and shit, and like so they end up getting to the USJ. Uraraka sees that like Deck basically Uraraka basically borderline sees that like the hero 13 is there or whatever, and the fact that she's just there in general, so it's like and just the fact that the hero 13 is there like in general or whatever. So basically Deku and Conan and basically just all class 1A including Aizawa basically walk in, they see hero 13, and she basically explains like the fact that like if you're like unsafe for your quirk, you like fucking kill people and shit like that. It's just like some real shit and stuff like that. So people understand that. They're like, well, no shit, but like it's like a disclosable thing. Yeah. So those are point of smoke was for you, not this fucking teammate. All right. So basically, that's like happening. Basically, as that's happening, like they like get this hotel situation. a situation that's like happening in a general sense that like yeah. So they understand like yeah, we're unsafe with our quirks. Yeah, they can lead some like fucking death and shit like that. And if we don't have handle on our emotions either, like that could be a downfall as well. So oh shit, quality. All right, so basically they kind of understand that in general sense, and then they see like a program. I'll say female or Kaminari, not wait, what's his name again? Yeah, basically fucking yeah, Kaminari. What's that Kaminari? Basically, like says like, oh, there's like villain. There's like, well, y'all even got fake villains here, and they basically look around and they're like, oh, and basically me is like, those aren't fake, and I'm like, and when they see like the villain, they basically tell the kids to like step back or whatever, and then Kanagiri and like they basically Nomo and Shigaraki and Kanagiri basically pop out or whatever, and basically Deku kind of just like, oh shit, and then that's when everybody basically gets like, should I just allow them? Because like he's fucking pain, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. I'll say Deku and Conan are like push, like I'll say Conan gets teleported away because like somebody has to fucking help the fucking frog girl and them out, like you know what I'm saying, like because then if Deku's not there, then it's kind of just so basically Deku is just there and like he sees that the heroes like, oh, Conan got teleported away, and he just kind of just here with like Bakugo and them niggas that was up there. Like, I don't know who was up there in canon, but you get the point though, because I haven't watched the anime in a while. So basically, Deku sees that they're like fucking like gone, you know. So Deku, like, he sees that like, and then as he's looking down, he sees like, I'll say like 10 minutes past, and he's kind of just up there like observing shit to make sure niggas okay. And he basically sees that like, when he looks down, he basically sees that like, um, Aizawa's basically getting his ass beat or whatever because, like, I mean, it's Aizawa. Why wouldn't he? Anyway, I forgot what level I was on in canon because, like, I had an original count, but that's not per right now. So basically, he sees that Aizawa is basically getting her ass beat, like stomped facing the ground, shit like that. And then like he sees Shigaraki and like he's just the ringleader, and he sees that like Shigaraki's like chasing over to like Frog Girl, and like I say like just in canon, she tries to like female Shigaraki tries to basically like touch like on Frog Girl's face to like disintegrate that hole. So basically, he basically like sees that and he's like he basically launches down there and he basically like stops her from fucking dying. So basically, as that's basically going on, and he basically like kicks Shigaraki out of the way, and then when Shigaraki basically like coughed up a little blood, like he wasn't like he was holding back obviously because he doesn't like split a nigga in half. Like, come on now. And the fact that Shigaraki's body isn't like the most durable bodies for like especially for a villain nonetheless. So basically he sees that and he basically like kicks Shigaraki away to basically not to make sure that Shigaraki doesn't like kill the dude. So yeah. Um Yeah, so basically, I mean, it's kind of a good timing because I'm making a video now, but so fuck. All right, so basically, he basically sees that like Aizawa's basically getting her ass being just getting fucked. Oh shit, bro, why you spawn back here? Fuck. Okay. Oh, that was pregame. What the fuck am I doing? Like the fuck. All right. So basically, like they say that like Aizawa and them are basically getting their ass beats and shit like that. So basically Deku kind of just does his own thing, kind of just like lives his own fucking life. And I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? We're in a fight right now. All right, so basically, he basically like sees that Aizawa basically getting her head something and shit like that, and he basically goes to help because like he's not about to sit there and watch his fucking sensei die unless he's like not a fan of girls as much, but like because originally he never fucking was, but like Conan like her parents kind of like, and he's got to see that there are like some nice people, especially heroes nonetheless, that aren't just like, oh, quirk this, quirk that. So as well as what I was about to say, so basically Deku kinda just goes down to basically like he's already down there, but like he basically helps Aizawa to make sure she's not like she don't fucking die. Cause then yeah, that would look bad on UA in general, especially anybody dying in the lesson during this. So basically Deku kind of just like helps out and make sure like no one dies. He's kind of assistant. And he's like Aizawa basically getting her head smashed in, and basically like so no one just like punches it, and like the Noma gets like launched back decently far. I thought it knifed him. All right, the Noma basically gets punched back like decently far, like enough, like noticeable. You know what I'm saying? So basically, while the Noma was getting like pushed back or whatever, Deku kind of just like does his own down. Like he basically pushes back, and he basically tells like Conan to help like Aizawa, and basically Conan basically like flies over Aizawa with like her paper wings, and like engages her with like paper, and like she has like full manipulation of paper, so like she like uh puts like a paper shell around her to like protect her, and her paper is like if it's like wetted, it can like go so she like dips the paper before like to harden up a bit. It shows Moneta to like some of his like her like fuck that sounds so weird. Her basically like her quirk. I was gonna say her balls, but no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, basically to use her quirk so like to allow it to stick even better. So like did that. So it basically makes like a hard case in the round to make sure like Azal like lives and doesn't die and shit like that. So damn, I suck. So basically Aizawa basically is getting caged and gets like one like basically like flown basically borderline to like where the heroes are. And when basically that happens, Deku kinda just like is free to do like what the fuck you need to do. Yeah. So anyway, when that basically happens, Deku basically sees that like, oh, Aizawa was like, okay, so you can like let loose a bit. So he goes to Noma and like basically like I don't know specifically like any like actual like I was gonna use fire style jutsus, but like not again. I'm good with that. Alright, so basically use like a couple of jutsus to like goddamn thing. But like yeah. Basically it's like just use a couple of jutsus to like to make sure niggas are like chill out and like okay and shit like that. So borderline I probably shouldn't do this when I'm making a game, but like I kinda wanna make a video in general, but yay. So fuck. So he basically says like Aizawa's basically Gucci and like he can let loose a bit. So he basically like pushes the normal away because it's getting ready to like launch at him. Like as it was like mid launch, he pushed it away and basically got shot out of the USJ. So well I'll say like on the edge of the USJ, so it's not like dead, but it's like borderline basically. So basically the Noman gets pushed out of the USJ. Deku basically like launches after because Pain technically can fly in a sense with his running gun. I think that was one of his special running gun abilities. So yeah, he basically does that, and he basically uses like damn it. All right, so basically Deku basically uses fucking. I'll say he basically summons like a borderline rod, and like he sees that the brain's a weak point, but like he didn't want anybody to see what he's about to do, because like if he did it like around people, it would seem kind of like, damn, he just killed the thing, and he knows that's not human, because like he can just sense like they don't have chakra, but it's more like person, and you can see that it's like not normal to like even like people with like super strength quirks and shit like that. So he's like, yeah, this thing isn't human anymore. So he's like free range to kill it then, but he didn't want to kill around people, so it's like you know it enough where people would be like, oh, he just fucking murdered someone. So yeah. Anyway, so Conan like Conan's basically dealing with like making sure like the Aizawa and the heroes of Jinne like okay. And yeah. So basically Deku is like he basically summons a rod and basically shoves the rod through the Nomu's basically born like killing it, and like and basically like now you can basically like not really hear, but like what the Nomu's basically knows is like a basically like a screech kind of it likes dying, and Shigaraka is basically like throwing a fit because he knows that his Nomu basically hasn't came back yet, and if like he didn't look like that boy was like strong enough to like hurt the Nomu, that's what he was thinking anyway. So basically Deku kind of just does his own thing and like let's just fucking fuck. I need to stop saying that. Basically, he's basically like comes back to the USJ and he basically sees that like Shigaraki's basically throwing a hissy fit, basically saying like, "Oh shit, my name was dead." So yeah, and he basically was like, Kanagiri basically like spawns like them basically not spawns. What the fuck am I saying? Basically teleports them out of there because like he's either like yeah, Shikura is not in the best mind state right now, so yeah, you can sure you cannot arrange you does not affect me like jokers. Don't the fuck that means? Don't care. Alright. So basically fuck. So basically see the general sense of like what's fucking happening and what actually happened. So uh, damage range, bullet protection, SP, after damage. I'll rather do damage range because yeah. Alright, so basically they basically see like what happened and like yeah, and the fact that like niggas, you're all the fucking same thing. I'll go with nah. I'll stick with that for now. All right. So basically, they used to see like generally like what happens. Is boost is no. I won't fuck with that. But you get the point though. Like they basically say that like generally like happened and yeah. So yeah, basically like, everything basically gets like situated basically borderline up and that's all really generally happens. Like they see that that's like generally like what happened was like the number got like situated with and dealt with. So god shit. Alright, so 30 minutes should be enough. I don't feel like I'm kinda tired today and like my last video was like 20 minutes, so hey, be happy. And 30 minutes is like not my max make videos, but like I'm not really like not really I would say encouraged, but like okay, I'll say it like this. If this video hits like I don't know 1K in like I'll give it like 3 days, I'll make a fucking 50 minute 50 to 40 minute video. What about that? Easy win. But anyway, so basically that pretty much happens. This cost basically come. All my was like late as hell in canon, cause like yeah now well I'll say like when all my by the time all my cause it got situated like so much easier, with like events basically going by super fast. By the time all my came in there and like about his face, he saw that like the heroes and like so I'll say like it basically getting taken care of and like people like assisting like other people to make sure like those certain villains like getting taken down or whatever. So yeah, um, borderline. That's all I want to say for now. Uh, and I do know like the rods technically are used as like it's like a communication device technically, but you can still use that stab a nigga through the head, you know. Um, yeah, I'm pretty much gonna end this here. So yeah, um, basically comment down below feedback, constructive criticism, and not just say, "Oh, I got this wrong," and that's all you're gonna say. But yeah, like, subscribe, and comment if you want to. Don't forget to leave feedback so you can make the what if better. You feel me? But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is like, just don't like comment on a video and say like, "Oh, this shit trash," because then it's like, but why is it trash? You know what I'm saying? And then don't be like, "Oh, you got this ability wrong." Explain why I got it wrong. You feel me? Like, anyway, that's just a pet peeve of mine. Like, yeah. I'm pretty much gonna be done here. I'll probably post later today if I feel like it, but yeah, I got school tomorrow, so yeah. But we're like super close to things gonna break, so like video insert, insert good meme. But yeah, so that's all we want to say for now, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.